broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
We're here.
Yes!
Hello, and
Heroes.
welcome to the Heroes Reborn after show.
Yay!
It is season 1, episode 7, entitled June 13th,
Part 1.
part 1. Mm-hmm. We are here to discuss it.
Yes.
I'm your host, as always, Steve Kaufmann. That's at
Steve.
Steve Kaufmann, Kaufmann. But I have a full panel here tonight, as I usually do.
As you usually
Starting to my far left.
Far left.
Far left, that's me. That's Jonathan Meza. You can follow me at Kaibacat, K-I-B-A-C-A-T. I got my Deadpool ready to go. And we got a big episode, baby. We got a good one. Tacos.
Then working your way back.
And me, I'm gonna let you know exactly who I am over this dramatic beat. I'm Khaliel Abooboo. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Khaliel Abooboo.
That's really
Okay.
good. I like it.
All right.
Intense. And I'm your host, Marisa Serafini. You can follow me on Twitter at Serafini TV.
But I'm also your host. We're going to jump right into this.
Yeah, let's do
Together,
it.
we are the AFTERBUZZ Heroes Reborn
Get
Panel.
ready. Evos, unite! Here we go. Yeah.
That was good.
That was good.
That was good.
That was good.
I felt that. That's how we should start every show.
It's really awesome.
All right, we're good.
And we're done.
All right, guys. Good job.
All right,
We'll see you next week.
all right. Remember to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. All right.
Wow.
The commitment, Khalil. I like it. A whole lot.
A whole lot happened this episode.
Wow.
We are off and running. We got a great episode.
So, I'm trying my best that I think if we found, like, littler topics, we do those
Smaller?
first.
Yeah.
Littler, words.
Yeah.
It's a word. It's definitely a word.
So that we can get into the meat of, like, Odessa and the babies. Like, we can do that at the end.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Luke, Joanne, and Dennis. Dennis has... I wrote it down. I don't recall what it is, but essentially it's...
I got it. It's called Solar Altercaria. That's it.
Yes,
Haha.
that thing.
Solar
He burns.
Altercaria.
He can't see the sun.
Which is why does Luke now have it though?
He has the opposite.
Yeah.
So
The sun gives him power.
Yeah. So Luke,
Okay.
like the sun feeds him, where the sun kills him.
Look at that.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
okay.
it's a that whole.
And I appreciate
Genetics.
this.
It just sucks to be the kid, you know. You're like, wow, great power, man. That sucks. You know, you're basically a vampire.
Have to
Like,
be.
Yeah.
essentially a vampire.
Yeah.
And I
Poor
appreciate-
kid.
This is the first time we've seen a power that is not, oh, you can use this to save the world. It's like, no, this power makes your life worse. Because that's what the evolution does. Like, they have plenty of people who are born.
Yeah, there's
I don't know the correct terminology.
No, but there's
for it.
not an evolutionary benefit to being unable to sustain the sun.
Exactly.
So any humans that can't sustain the sun won't survive, and then they don't breed, and their kids won't.
They don't make it to the second season of Heroes Reborn.
don't.
Season 2.
Yeah.
They do not.
I'm curious, like down the road, if his power would have evolved into something, interesting, maybe, vampire-esque or something to do with the darkness. Now, who knows what the connection could have been? But he's dead.
Or I don't want this
kid.
to sound like prediction, but if
he's dead, so it doesn't matter.
No. Like if, say, theoretically Dennis is alive and he can't do this, he can't absorb the sun. He can absorb darkness. Who else is dark? Maybe.
Like it.
Say what?
That would have been cool. Maybe down the road.
I feel like he's dead though.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
I think he's
I know,
dead.
Pretty
but
sure
he
he's
could
dead.
have
If
If
helped.
he's not
He
dead,
could have helped.
That's actually a really cool little observation. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was totally wrong on my prediction that Luke is the bomb. I was wrong.
that was a good prediction.
I
though.
like
It was good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
There
Yeah.
was 4 bombs.
Especially since he was there and everything. Like,
know.
Yeah.
To be fair,
I was wrong.
I've scrolled many a forum about this show. No one said the Harrises were the bombs.
No, I don't think any of us picked that.
But
That
it
was-
made sense.
That made a lot of sense. And apparently, apparently the bomb, if the bomb's attached to a Harris and you kill the Harris, the bomb disappears.
I thought that was
with
weird.
the Harris.
I thought that was weird.
Yeah, and also when his arms got chopped off, one thing I learned about the Harrises here, clones can create clones now. I know that. So I thought, so even if his arms get chopped off, if the main body of the clone doesn't die, then he creates a new Harris. However, when the new clone appears, he also has a bomb on him. Wait a minute.
They just can manifest bombs.
Yes.
And so to that, I was also thinking, well, his clothes go with him, so maybe that's why we can get away with the bomb.
The purple pants theory.
Yeah,
You know,
the
this-
purple pants theory.
Okay, this is the thing. We're going purple pants theory. He can cure world hunger. Just make him hold a sandwich and keep cutting off pieces, and every new Harris will have a sandwich.
There you go.
Sandwiches for everyone. Jesus.
Well, maybe they were saving that for that alternate timeline that they were sending all the food to.
Oh, that's
Or
right.
maybe that is actually happening. We just don't see it yet.
Or maybe
Harris is the savior.
That's a subplot we don't get in this show. Is that world hunger is saved
By Harris.
by the Harrises. We just live in that world. We don't have to talk about it.
It's got to do one good thing. in the world.
So I think we're in agreement that Dennis didn't make it through
Yeah.
the explosion in Odessa.
I'm with that.
And I think we saw a preview of like his corpse.
Yes, from next week.
Very briefly for next week, we saw like a sheet get lifted up, and it's a not alive kid.
Not alive.
This is a great way to start the show,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yes,
Yeah.
dead children.
Dennis is dead and drove his parents to
Murder.
Yeah.
So death begats death.
I guess.
I guess
Let's cheer this place up and head all the way over to Tokyo, Japan.
All right.
We see Hiro Nakamura in that present timeline because we're going to get to more Hiro Nakamura and how he gets stuck into the Evernow video game.
Which I appreciated, because that answered a lot of questions too.
Yeah, we did have questions last week about
Yeah.
that.
So does he hex the sword or does he replace the sword?
They left that unanswered.
Yeah, we're going to
did.
see that in part 2 because you see that Otomo,
Yes.
when he realizes what Erica did and Renata's did, that he obviously at the end of the episode has he feels guilty about it. So he's going to do something to create the way for
the Katana Girl.
Katana
Exactly.
Girl,
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he's doing now. That's the next step in his story for part 2.
To get Hiro out of there. The exact right time to send Noah back so Noah can do all the stuff. And we just got that tiny scene that we got that tiny bit. Now we know where Hiro is.
Yes.
And now we get to see the OG heroes. Mohinder Suresh.
Yes,
Angela
happy to see his
Petrelli.
face again.
Happy to see
Yes.
both those
Yes.
folks in this world, and we do find out a lot of very juicy details, including that Angela Petrelli partnered with Renaltis, and Renaltis is pretty much Primatech.
You have been a snake in the grass the entire time.
Snake in the grass.
That was
Oh, goodness.
that's a really good analogy, though. That
Yeah.
she's just one of those people.
Yeah.
She always was.
Like
Yeah,
you
she
could
never-
never, you
that's
could
her
never
MO.
fully trust Angela, even in those seasons where she was pretty good. There'd be like that episode 9 where the shoe drops, and it's like, by the way,
Just when you think she's a face, she always turned heel on
Just
you.
always.
boom,
Yeah.
turn heel.
just that last second, we're like, why did I?
Please let's not bring wrestling into this.
Yeah, I
You
totally.
did.
Well, I see that you've got the WWE shirt. I was just
didn't-
like, boom, yeah.
I
You
didn't
turn
even know
heel.
that was a
boom.
reference.
Yeah, it's a
Wrestling
It's
reference.
sad that I know that. But
It's not. You work here; it's not sad at all.
Exactly.
What
Yes.
do we think of? What do we think about Angela's presence in all of this? Because she's still very
happy she's
ominous.
here.
I like her. I don't like the way how she has to justify everything, or like her twisted and skewed mentality on everything. I mean, granted, she has visions, but she always works out of fear, not out of rationality. And then I think her partying and with Renatus, and now they're vice versa. They're pretty much the same people. It's out of fear that she saw her visions and what is about to come. It's not, and she's the kind of person who acts first, thinks later.
I dig that. that, and I like the way you look at her that way. That's true. Her visions create fear, and that's what she bases her decisions on. And I will say, we get to see a turn here. Then we get to see a bit of an arc because her taking the kids is not a fear-based thing. That's where she steps up in a motherly way, and she's like is hopeful. And this is this is now a change for her character. It's about love. It's about raising these children, naming Nathan a second chance for her, raising 2 children. And so that's really cool that she has a nice arc. I dig that.
Yeah, Mohinder, not so much.
Yeah,
He's always in search of funding.
Well, no one wants to
always-
believe him or give
Yeah,
money
like
to
he'll
this
always
funding.
get in bed with like the worst people. So
Siler.
he, like Siler, Primatech.
Now Renatus.
And now Renatus, like, he'll just get in bed with anyone who will fund his research, because his research is probably really expensive.
Yeah.
Probably.
But see, the only one that's actually true. So he's going to take money from anyone who actually believes him.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great point. He is the only, like, he is the world's expert when it comes to this. He was the first to really bring Evos to the forefront. I mean, I don't even know if he coined the phrase Evos, for that matter.
Probably.
It may have been
Yeah.
because we're left to assume between the original series and this June 13th timeline that he had written another book and, like, did a lot more research. So I wouldn't be surprised if Evos came from him. The
Yeah.
term Evos came from him.
Evolution.
I like it. I know, and yeah, Suresh, yeah, but he definitely continues making the Suresh moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he has super strength.
Yes.
I forgot that he
Yeah.
gave
Yeah,
himself
has
that
that.
power.
Yeah, because I remember in the last series, he was like spider thing.
Yeah,
for a
like,
while.
He injected
made it.
himself with
Yeah,
that
he was a
serum.
mutant spider guy.
He got
and-
engulfed by it, but then he fixed it, and then he has powers.
Yeah.
Like, more
He gave
unforeseen.
it to himself, though.
Yeah, they're not natural powers.
Yeah,
So,
Captain America.
Biogenetic.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Are we
No way.
Captain
Are we
America.
ready to get into the cluster?
Let's
Okay,
do
wait,
it.
before we do, we do have a correction from last week.
Yes.
I think someone magical is the name of the person who put it on the board. I think it was someone magical or something like that. The person who played, oh gosh, what was his name? With Hero in season 2, they bury him underground.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
That guy.
yeah.
Yeah,
and
he's
he's-
on iZombie. He's not
Yeah.
Vision. He's on iZombie.
David Anders.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible person.
Oh, it's all right.
Because
Yeah.
I heard the guy who became Vision. I heard him on the Nerdist, and he's a great guy. And I'm gonna watch his movie, and I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, no,
And he wasn't on Heroes.
Both actors are incredible, though. So I mean, any work they do is also. And iZombie's really cool. I love iZombie.
Which of them is in the Knight's Tale? Let me know in the comments.
Yeah, thank you guys.
They're
Right to
both
us there.
wonderful actors. Let's jump into this.
All right.
There are two Noahs.
We go deep. We go deep.
There are two Hiro Nakamuras. There are a million Harises.
Yeah.
And as far as we know, there's one Claire, one Angela, one Erica, and one of everyone else at this summit. So we already talked about the other Hiro Nakamura. He got put in the video game at the exact same time. But there are still two Noahs that intersect at the very end. But before they do, they both wind up at the exact same summit in Odessa, Texas. And the Noah we're going to follow first is with Hiro. See, this is really hard.
I know you're like putting
How
it
we call
together.
Noah
Just together.
1, Noah 2.
How about
Noah past, Noah future.
Yeah.
Or present.
present? Yeah, Noah
Noah
past and Noah.
Black suit Noah.
Oh, there we go. Black and gray.
Well, we'll talk about
Blue?
black suit
Gray?
Noah or just Noah. Noah and then black suit Noah.
Okay.
I think we can all.
Sure.
I liked your
That
idea.
works, that
Marissa.
works.
yeah.
Black,
Yeah.
black suit Noah doesn't know what he blocked out of his memory, but he knew he blocked something out of his memory that day, and he keeps, as anyone would, trying to fix the explosion from happening. And Hiro keeps saying butterflies, which we're learning in this universe at least. Butterflies doesn't actually mean like, because the butterfly effect actually means if you go back and change anything, it's a huge deal all the time.
Yeah, even to the smallest thing of a butterfly's wing flapping in the wind, and like once that flap happens, that changes everything. Like that's the concept. Is that one butterfly's
Yeah.
flap of the wind blows history?
I think he
completely.
doesn't necessarily mean that. He means
Yes, he's different.
that there are set points in time that you can't destroy.
Yeah.
Which is why he was so easily influenced last week to like, okay, I take you back.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we're back now.
Yeah, I find it interesting how now maybe, I don't know if this is just a new development, every time he changes something, he physically can't even teleport. That's a new development.
Wait, what was that?
Yeah, every time Hiro tries to, or like they change something in the history, Hiro, we saw
Well, he
all
couldn't
throughout
use
the
his
night
power
he
because of the
couldn't
shadow.
teleport.
It was the shadow.
Yeah,
actually.
it was the shadow. He
Yeah,
couldn't
the
use his
shadow.
power.
Shadow.
Phoebe's shadow is
Yeah.
what made
Did
it.
the light and all that.
Yeah, it was the Phoebe shadow. She
Skip
shut.
that.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
with
that
the-
part,
but
yeah,
with the
yeah, yeah.
But with
Never
that
mind.
Harris scene on Hero, we did see an awesome piece that he goes forward in time a bunch of times
Loved it.
to
Loved
see
that
multiple.
moment.
Like the multiverse theory is alive. That he'll look at as many of the multiverses as he can to see if there's one with a more favorable outcome than for him.
thought that was cool.
For him to let Mohinder die, I think, or for him to let this explosion happen, or for him to do anything other than flee.
Yeah, and
Which is cool.
And it was an amazing moment where like Hero's like fighting with 2 swords, which he's got 2 swords now. Awesome, double the hero, double your fun. It's the statement, the greatment of double income. So he's got the 2 swords, right? And he's like, and he's fighting him, and Harris is like, oh, you can't stop all of us. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm Hiro Nakamura, screw you. And he just stops time. And then I love that moment when he just goes, oh, let's check out the multiverse. Here we go, pop, 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 pop. Nope, this is not good. Not gonna work. Love that moment.
Nope, this is the one.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is the best option.
The one where I leave
have.
Mohinder on the ground in front of a bunch of Harrises are going to explode the whole thing.
Yep,
This is the best one.
Yep.
The rest of them are worse.
That's what an incredible moment to be a part of the show and realize Hiro has seen like 10 different universes and all of them are worse. Like I'm so curious the things that he has seen.
I kind of wanted to see that.
I wouldn't have mind some
That's
exposition.
I want that webisode. Or I think that would be a fun webisode of it. Just him jumping forward to like 20 different timelines that were all darker than this one.
How confusing would that be, though, to follow every single one of those?
You know what? Every episode could be just a short of a new one that he does. But it's sort of like that Simpsons episode with Homer and the toaster. Yeah. Like that's essentially what it is. Every time he goes back and he changes it and just keeps trying.
Yes.
I love that episode.
Groundhog's Day over and over again.
Yeah.
So, Black Suit Noah sees Angela winds up at the hospital about Claire, who had checked into the summit, something he did not know. He thought Claire was not at the summit, and he gets to go to the hospital, and they say she died in childbirth, which lies.
Yeah, okay, that doesn't make any sense. Like,
I still believe Claire's dead, but I don't think that's why. That cardiac arrest doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
It was way too convenient for her to die.
I know you have so much to say on this, man. Look at you.
Somebody said Claire is dead. All right.
Yeah, we know Claire is dead. We are like. I know you were riding. You were riding that one hard, man.
I know I am. I came a little. I did it a little too much. I got to stick with it now. Yeah. But yeah, I still am. So we'll see what happens.
I love how we flopped. Even I'm like, I don't think that's how she died.
It doesn't make
Claire
sense.
might not be dead at this very moment.
Well, her death makes no sense. Claire cannot die during
sheet.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. But like Claire can't die during childbirth. Even Noah was saying that's impossible. Is there something blocking the back of her head? This is impossible for this to happen.
We've seen her get shot.
We've seen multiple things from her to.
We've seen her blood rise, like dang near rise a corpse.
Yeah,
her blood but the same blood that's pumping through, the same blood that gets pumped from her heart can somehow kill her heart.
It doesn't make sense.
Or when Phoebe's there and she's putting the shadow on over and everyone's powers are getting neutralized, that's when she died.
I don't think the shadow.
That's it.
I don't think the shadow's there yet, though.
No, but the shadow comes later.
The shadow comes way later.
The shadow does come later. It comes. That was a great. I loved it. You were so on that.
So close.
So close, but she was way dead by that point because Hiro was still able to use his powers. It wasn't until later, after she was dead, that he wasn't able to use it. So the shadow comes later. That would have been perfect, though.
Because that's what happened with Claire the first time with the Holy Eclipse in season 2.
Yeah.
She died.
But she came
died,
back.
and then when
back.
the eclipse was over, she came back.
So it would have been the same thing with this because everybody else had their power back. So
if anyone out there has any good idea on this one, feel free to throw it our way because it doesn't make sense. Claire's death doesn't make sense.
Other than she's in Nashville.
That does make sense.
Yeah, that
makes a lot of sense.
I was thinking when he wouldn't pull the sheet back, I was like, y'all couldn't pull her from one day off of Nashville just one day to get the shot.
That was what I thought. That was when I thought when we walked into that scene. I was like, wow, they have a lot of faith in this actor because he's literally gonna have a really heartfelt scene with his daughter.
No, what makes it?
But it's a sheet.
What makes it worse is that he actually says the line, "I need to physically see her,"
and then we don't see her.
There was no payoff to that.
Yeah.
I love that all these people have these great ideas right now on the message board, and you guys are bringing great ideas. But I love you, Absent TV Pro, because everything that they're saying, he's just like, no, she would have regenerated. Anything you say, she regenerates. Period. That's her power.
Exactly.
Like I think the only thing that could actually kill her is cancer. Because cancer is cell regeneration for cell regeneration's sake. So she would just get a way worse type of cancer.
It didn't kill Deadpool. It didn't. That's Deadpool's thing.
I know. But I'm saying like that would be one of the things that would actually.
But the thing with Claire, she regenerates faster than cancer can destroy her.
Fair enough, but there could be a different a super cancer, Primatech specific cancer.
All right, we'll create predictions for the end on this one.
For how much I'm grasping at straws to explain a way Claire can die. Makes it really unbelievable that she died of cardiac arrest while giving birth to kids. Also, who are the kids? Who's the dad?
Yeah, we don't know the dad.
I'm very happy that they paid off why these two kids were so important, though.
That was important
because like throughout this whole thing, I'm like, who cares about these two little kids? Like, why are they the ones who are gonna say? But now. Makes sense.
Why are we having this kid?
Why do we need two?
Wanna why? Because it's Luke and Leia. It's Star Wars, people.
I know,
it's Star Wars. This is
Pretty
the
much.
Luke and Leia story. Right now,
it.
we've got our two saviors, and it's just like in Star Wars. There's our last hope. No, there is another.
There's another.
This is it.
Exactly what I was thinking. I was like, twins. How convenient.
It's awesome. Exactly. Perfect. So we've got our Luke and Leia story with the kids right now, and I totally dig how they aged them up, because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, wait a minute, they're babies, and I was thinking too. I was like, so that's Tommy and Melina, but how? Oh yeah, Hero. Smart.
Well, even before Hero, I was thinking because regeneration, it would be as big a stretch as how they killed Claire. It would have been like, well, maybe kids that are born to Claire could just age faster. But I feel like they would have mentioned that at some point in the last 6 weeks.
But they're
like, wow, Tommy, you're a 15 now. But they send those kids back to 1999 with Hero.
The fact that they had to hide the twins too, totally Star Wars. Sorry.
Awesome, right? Yeah.
Well,
you know what he said? Noah said, "I'm going to
Very
take them to the safest place that we could possibly take them, Tatooine." That's Tatooine. Yes.
You'll never find them.
And Tommy's name is Nathan. Do we have to start calling him Nathan now, or do we call him Tommy? Tommy
He's
or Nathan?
Tommy the
people?
Transporter.
He's Tommy.
Tommy the
Well, it depends.
Tommy.
Is he going to keep going by Nathan?
Hero's Ben Kenobi. Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Lydia. I love you, Lydia.
Wait, does that mean Hero dies?
Ooh. But you know what? Killing him only makes him stronger.
Yeah, well,
that's right.
Sure.
Hero leaves this current plane and then moves on to continue to help everyone.
Goes to another planet.
Should we just review Star Wars now?
Who's Han Solo? Is Matt Parkman Han Solo?
Matt Parkman's Han Solo. He comes in later.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I love you.
true.
I know.
Comes back and saves the day. Yep.
Speaking of which,
Darth Vader?
and a couple people in the chat were talking about how Mohinder if Mohinder is presumably dead, which I'm not sure if he is, or no, he was
still alive.
He was
But
he was
was
alive.
there when it blew up, though. He was in the
like he was under
parking lot.
But he
was
survived
next
somehow.
he survived somehow.
Because
We know
remember,
this?
in the future, he's most wanted.
but
they put that out, though.
I think that was part of their propaganda. I think Mohinder dies.
And she said, you're going to make history, just not the way you intended.
Yeah,
Interesting.
And a lot of people in the chat were saying like that would mean that Molly Walker loses her caretaker, because between Mohinder and that Parkman, and then to a certain extent Noah, until she saw what Noah can do in that hospital, she always has a caretaker. So the Molly Walker we saw in week 1 of this whole show, that was like real rough and loose. That's Molly Walker without a caretaker, who ultimately winds up shooting herself.
Yes.
So Molly Walker needs a caretaker.
She always does.
She's what this
Totally.
overall
She
point
may be
was.
like 18 now, but she's still 12 for some reason. She's still.
I mean,
okay.
she went through a lot of stuff and never stopped.
She's kind of messed up.
Yeah, poor Molly Walker.
Like, she's like
Well,
legit.
people are constantly exploiting her.
She's
I'll give her that.
And Boobies spelled with a 6-9 wants to know who Chewbacca is.
Yes, I know. I saw
I
that
want to
too. I
know
was
who
like,
Darth Vader is.
Or better yet,
Erica?
Yoda.
Erica or Harris? Erica is the
Emperor?
The Emperor.
Okay.
Yes, and Harris is Darth Vader.
Okay.
I like
sense.
that. I like that.
Okay, cool.
Someone's making a poster right now.
Dude, this is you guys,
A
someone out there
crossover.
create something.
Yeah, a crossover picture. That'd
Someone
be
will
cool.
tweet that. Someone will tweet that poster at us. I'm sure.
I dig it. I love this. I
So
love
who
what we've
are we
created.
missing?
So who are we missing
Hashtag
right now?
Hero Star Wars. What do we call this?
Hero Wars?
Star Heroes?
Hero Wars. Star Heroes.
Heroes?
Star Heroes or Hero Wars?
Hero Wars, I
Hero
think.
Wars.
Hero
I like
Wars.
Hero Wars.
I like
Hashtag
that.
Hero Wars, everyone. We created
We're getting
it
that
here.
trending.
Hashtag Hero Wars.
Hashtag Hero Wars.
Let's
There
see
you go.
let's see where that goes. We talked about Noah, talked about Hero, talked about Claire.
Oh, the Noah at the end.
Yes.
The
Noah.
Yes.
The Noah, which is a 90s club hit. As well as one Noah bugging out another Noah.
Yeah.
Because Black Suit Noah wanted to take down Erica in that moment.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
would destroy the whole timeline.
And
Yes.
this reminds me of end of season 2 when Peter went back to shoot himself, you know?
Yeah.
There was 2 Peters to stop the everything and the whole destruction going on. So it was very reminiscent of earlier seasons.
And what's funnier is Tommy and Melina were there the whole time.
That's true.
They were sent back to 1999 to live their lives to be 15. to be
And watch
15
it.
in time for the polar flares. Yes, the polar lens flares.
Solar flares.
Solar flares.
Solar flares, but the polar. I'm out.
Whatever. But you know what we're trying to say.
Polarity reverse.
Yeah. But so what's going to happen here is we're seeing the Noah and the Noah are going to have some sort of interaction conversation. Noah is going to stop Black Suit Noah. I guess we're sticking with that. Noah's going to stop Black Suit Noah, and then they're going to have a conversation, and that's where the mind wipe is going to have to come in. Because Noah's going to then make the decision to get his mind wiped, and blah, 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 blah. Then we're going to be back on track.
We didn't see the Haitian.
No,
We'll see him.
yet.
We'll see him.
This is part 1.
Because we do know
know.
that he's the one who
Yeah,
does the
so
wipe.
He has
what happens is President Noah is probably going to tell Pat
Past Noah,
to
or
get your
Tom
mind
here.
wiped.
Also,
Yeah.
do we know?
I was just wanting to see the Haitian.
Do we know Pennyman's last name? His first name's
Casper.
Casper.
So he's in my notes as Casper Pennyman.
Yeah, just Casper is what we have.
Casper Pennyman. That's a pretty good name.
At least we're getting a name now.
It's a solid name.
Yeah.
And it looks like he'd been working with Noah. He'd been working with non-black shirt Noah since pretty much the original series through Primatech through Renaltus.
Yeah, he was in that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, good for that. And then he saved him. That was a nice touch. We still don't know a lot about Pennyman's powers specifically.
Apparently,
fact
he
that they're
puts
just
your
friends.
memories
They're good
in a
friends.
penny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there were some really interesting things that they did reveal about Pennyman. Really small little things. Something about a fire.
Yes.
And he had a woman that was his wife or some sort named Gladys.
Gladys left you.
Gladys left you. Yes, so Gladys leaves him and something with the fire, and then him and Noah have some sort of story in San Francisco.
I don't think
Yes.
that's going to pay off, though.
Oh, that has to pay off.
It could.
Backstory to some extent. I'm not sure what it all means.
This show is guilty of a lot of, like, heroes in general, that mythos is guilty of a lot of things. It's not guilty of ditching things, not paying them off, unless there's a writer's strike.
Unless there's a writer's strike.
Unless there's a writer's
We
strike.
learned
then-
that.
Then they leave a girl in an alternate timeline and just never get to her. Sorry, all the writers went on
That's it.
strike. But generally speaking, they like to pay their stuff off. So there's something in San Francisco. And I'm excited to know more about Casper Pennyman.
Yeah.
Or just like how they're friends. Because they seem genuinely buddy-buddy.
Yes. And that also explains why he's protecting Tommy.
Yes.
That helped us.
Yeah, we got to see. I mean, this tied up so much. It put like the
Yeah.
whole show together,
Yeah.
which is great because there's so many times in the season where we found, they're like, "I'm going to tell you this." Okay, then tell me. All right, now I'm not going to tell you. Like we've had
Right.
so many moments like that. It also even when he saw Molly Walker, you need to tell me what the future holds. No, forget the past, save the future. Bang. Like we had. So this was so nice, guys. I am so happy. I feel so relieved.
Yeah,
Me
let's
too.
all have a moment to thank the people at Heroes for this episode.
That's wonderful.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Good
Moment of
job,
silence?
guys. And moving on.
Dead air.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. Nice, perfect.
Dead air.
All right,
Nailed
dead
it.
air. We did it.
So nothing else happened in this. Oh wait, the summit blew up.
I love my note for that is big bada boom.
Yep.
Big bada boom. Anyone Fifth Element?
I'm with you. I'm right there with you.
Forget it. All right.
That was a very big boom.
Big bada boom.
It was a very big boom. Did they ever give us a casualty number on
No.
like in the mythos
No.
here?
They
that-
said that in thousands is what they said.
in the news they said thousands.
It was in
presumed
thousands.
dead.
It was in
Feared.
thousands, and
Yeah.
I saw it was on Erica's desk a couple weeks ago that there was a real estate magazine that was talking about like the new suburb.
Yeah.
Or like something about how Odessa, Texas was like this brand new Levittown. Everyone needs to go to Odessa, Texas. So at the end of the day, it was money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, with her,
knew that.
it's all comes down to it. It's my. Oh my gosh. Hashtag A Wilson. Hashtag Dennis ain't dead. You're killing me. You're killing me, A Wilson. Yeah. No, but Erica's the devil. Erica's the freaking devil. Like, even afterwards when she's talking on the news, we need to bring these people to justice. I was like, wow, she is Satan.
But to orchestrate such a turn of the public opinion of a group of people
Yeah.
for no other reason than to sell Google glasses and then send the people you like to an alternate world because you destroyed yours.
Yeah.
Or evolution destroy yours, or humanity? We're not clear on what caused this.
I love that. No, we could use the Evos and we could save the planet. She was like, F that noise. We're killing everyone. And I'm taking my crew and we're repopulating. Word out, mic drop. That's what she did.
I just
Pretty much.
But I just had the moment that if she were a real estate developer and she developed a giant like patch of perfect like Odessa land, that she might just want to send all of that.
Oh.
That I think that's part of her thing, that she would send all of her real estate developments, which might be one or two in every state. That might be phase 2 or 3 of the teleportation plan.
Maybe.
It's like, you guys back the right horse. Everybody's about to die except for you because you live here.
Oh, interesting. Taking my little community.
Yeah, I'm taking all my little communities of rich people,
Wow.
rich gated people.
Wow.
We
need a purge.
What's really frustrating is that, you know, she's so against the Evos, yet she needs the Evos to build a whole nother universe.
Exactly.
Oh, the irony.
Yep.
She's somehow finding a way to make the Evos help her, and then let
She's
them
exploiting the Evos.
Yeah, she's exploiting the Evos, and then she's, I guess, gonna let them die
for her
on
own
the
self-personal gain.
Classic slavery era of America. What else?
Modern day version.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh wow, I love the you guys are going nuts up there. You guys hate Erica. I cannot actually
Well, who
repeat
likes
what they're
Erica,
writing.
really?
The hate is strong on the message board right now. I cannot repeat what's on that message board.
Are you saying the anger is very strong?
Where we go, right? The anger is strong, it is.
Oh wow, you got one better.
So good.
All right,
Much fear there is.
that's happening. Are we missing anything here? I think we covered all our bases.
So-
Did we
I
talk
know,
about
it's
the
close
babies
enough.
enough? We might not have talked about the babies enough.
That's they're babies.
But okay, I still have to question why there's 2 of them. Because
She's fertile.
I have to question who's the daddy.
Dad, that's we
got-
gotta
who got
talk
up
about
in
that.
I think
or
that's
what
got up in that? I'm
capabilities do the
curious.
babies have? Because Erica wanted the babies so much to utilize in her plan. So what powers do the babies have?
But we know
They're
that they're
natural.
Tommy and Melina, and Erica wanted them because Angela's vision. And Angela told Erica, she was like, hey, you know, I had a vision that these 2 kids are going to save the world. And Erica was like, you know, once again, Erica is like, no, I'm the devil. I have to kill them. She's like, I'm going to kill every child, you know, that was just born in all of, you know, I was going for a Jesus reference there.
yeah. But like also I think just like Erica was just gonna pick up all the Evos.
Yeah.
Like that's because this orchestration led to like a widespread registration act, a widespread like ability to take away human rights from Evos.
Yeah.
So that makes it easier for her corporation to like pretty much bag and tag them and know who they are, who they aren't, and all of that. Fear that like I don't have a fully fledged thought on this.
No, but it's I mean, gosh, I don't want to get into a topic like this, but you look at boy, I'm really going to say this on air. Okay, you look at after what happened on 9/11 and how, you know, what happened with laws and the way our society changed and the way that rights were taken away and the way security came down so heavily in so many different places. Like that's essentially what the story is as well. We saw that also with, you know, Hitler and the burning of the building in Berlin and like it's repeated over history. This is something that people in high-ranking positions use to create greater systems of control.
So it's not, although Angela had a vision and told Erica.
Yes.
But at the same time, I feel like just knowing that Claire had 2 babies, I think that Erica would still be at that hospital to get them babies.
Oh yeah.
That's why she's there.
Oh
But
yeah.
like without
That's why she's there.
I'm
That's why
saying
she's
without an Angela vision that says those 2 babies are very important, Erica would still be there
To kill.
because they would to kill them or bag or like
Bag and tag. The babies.
retain them.
They
if you
don't
will.
retain is a better word. Yeah.
Yeah, like especially I'm pretty sure Erica's behind Claire's death.
If she's
Because-
dead.
My mind is mush right now.
Are
Are we ready? Because I think there's a lot to throw down. Right
Well,
now.
you know, I
Alright.
just want to say I believe that Khaliel. I mean, just the way you talk about it, you wanted to be the daddy. You wanted to be.
I want to be the daddy.
Yeah.
I'll be the
I
daddy.
know. It's just the way you talk about Claire. You wanted to be the daddy.
Yes. Yes. I didn't. That wasn't a secret.
I think most people
Want to be the daddy.
Would be all about that. So I think it's time.
So are we doing it already? Wait,
time.
last thing. Oh wait, maybe. I mean, I do this every time. I try to stop us, and then it's going to be a prediction
You
anyway.
literally
Let's do
stop
it.
Okay, we're going into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Very fitting since it's Halloween.
I laid a pretty big one down for Erica, but I have another big one for Erica. But I'll let everyone else go first.
Oh boy, I cannot go first. Khaliel?
As always, hashtag Claire ain't dead.
Come on, we're going to stick with it?
He's going to die on that hill.
Oh my
I gotta die on the hill. I got to at this
gosh.
point. Even if she really is, like, I have to keep going. Claire ain't dead. Who's the daddy though? That's what I'm trying to.
I know, it's killing me.
That's the hard part. I'm like really trying to put my on it, and I don't have it. Marisa.
Okay. I'm just because my mind is mush right now, and I'm just trying to process everything that just happened. Well, we know Micah, his character, is coming back.
Yes.
He's very, very technologically efficient. I think he's gonna come in somehow. Maybe I don't think, go with me.
He'd be 25, 24.
He's too young to be the daddy.
He might be
yes.
teleported back to like this present day, or when they go back to June 13th, and he's gonna help with all the technology and taking down everybody, especially with Renatus being launched and all that crap going on, and then also help maybe get Hero out of the, because at this point Hero's stuck. The past Hero. Oh my God!
You're done.
So I think Mike is gonna help Hero get him stuck out of the game thing, and that might switch,
at some point in the timeline.
That might switch things up in this timeline.
Or within.
I don't know.
From June 13th.
I don't know. Where
From
it's
June
going.
13th till last week. You're saying Micah takes him out of Evernow, uses him for something, and then puts him back in Evernow.
Something.
I could buy that.
Okay.
I think Micah would have the ability to, unlike Katana Girl who has to fight everybody and go through a journey, I think Micah has the ability to just touch the laptop and just be like, found him.
I would agree there.
Well,
Micah could totally do that.
Instead of, because now Molly's gone and she can't track people, Micah can figure out where the whatever Evos or whoever Evos that they need.
And Micah is coming back, so
Yes,
I see Marisa's brain
I don't
is
know
just like
how you guys could follow me on that. I don't
Matt
know
Hartman's
why.
coming back.
Yes, you know what, Marisa? You ever see in any X-Men and stuff when Professor Xavier tries to read someone that's way too much, and then he just nose starts bleeding? That's what I expected. You were just like,
It's exactly like that.
Right. I would feel that way too if I just wasn't going to go out on whims.
I don't know if anyone can follow my mind.
Well,
but
there are two
something like that.
There are two baby daddies we're trying to guess at.
That's correct.
One is Tommy, because Tommy said, "I'm doing everything my dad taught me."
Yes.
We don't know who that figure is, and if that figure is Claire's baby daddy, or if it's a different person.
It had to be a different
it's
person.
a different
'cause
person.
They went back in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you're right. So it would have been somebody who assumed that role in 1999.
So who's the one who taught him everything?
I don't.
Haitian.
I've got mine. I've got mine.
Bring it.
Okay. Okay. So, I don't know right now, and I don't have a great prediction on who the actual father of Nathan Tommy is, or Melina. I don't know. I don't have that. I don't even know if that's important. Claire's whatever. Anyways,
Yes.
But I'm gonna say that the father who taught Nathan, I'm gonna call him Tommy. Tommy, everything he knows.
Yeah.
Peter Petrelli.
That makes sense.
Peter Petrelli is what I'm going with. The one who taught Tommy everything he knows, Peter Petrelli. You guys are not with me on this one. I'm all by myself. Because it went back to 1999. Peter was the hero of that story. He was a hero. He was a person who had strong beliefs. He was heroic. He was about saving people, saving the world. That was his whole emphasis. Peter was a great person, and he was our first iconic character. I'm going, him and Hiro Nakamura. I'm going with Peter Petrelli.
But
that would mean Claire and Peter would have to sleep together.
No. I'm saying it's his father when he goes back in time is the one who raised him. It's not who's the
surrogate father.
He's a surrogate father.
But that would
I don't
mean
know
that
where
he
it's-
would have had to show up in the heroes that we've seen, though, if he was to be back then.
But no, because he's gone at some point because he says, I remember everything he taught me, right? Mm-hmm. But he's not saying that Dad is here.
I think
Dad is gone by that point.
I think we're being too lateral. I think it's Hiro Nakamura.
You think so?
I think it's the Black Suit Noah timeline. Hiro Nakamura goes all the way back to 1999 and raises a kid all the way up to that moment. And because time travelers can just run a massive timeline like that, and I think that's who my father is.
That means he knows that he's adopted, though.
Exactly.
Yes.
So no, but he didn't know that. So,
I also feel like that scene we got where he said. I also feel like that scene we got where he said his father taught him everything is an alternate timeline from the one we've been following for 6 weeks.
I don't think
because he seemed way too everything seemed way too clear for him, and things have been unclear for him this entire time.
Gosh darn it! You know what, guys? We're really looking for your help over the coming week.
Yes.
To write in, not just on the message board, but leave comments for us, please, because we will read them. We're going to go over them. We're going to talk with you guys throughout this week because this is a lot.
I've got a big Erica one.
Okay, give it to us.
Erica is Sylar.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh.
I like it.
Erica's revealed as Sylar in the 13th episode, and then someone in the chat said the best punishment for Erica would be to leave her on the desolate planet. And I think they're going to do that. Erica / Sylar.
Wow.
Sylar...
He trapped in another nightmare type of universe.
Sylar took over this woman named Erica at some point after she had her child, and then did all this stuff. And if you really look at the timeline they've described from here, she seemed like not a two-faced person. At some point she got turned, and she didn't get turned. She just became Sylar.
I mean.
Wow!
I'll drop
he
the
dropped
pen.
That drop. If you guys are listening on podcast, was him dropping the pen in a figurative mic drop.
Can't co-sign on that.
That's good, but
Yeah,
the
I'm
way
not gonna
they
jump on
ended
board.
Sylar, he was naturally having good intentions and good thoughts at the end of
That's
the
what I was gonna
carnival.
ask, yeah.
So what made him change back to
San Francisco.
his evil ways?
San Francisco. Interesting. Okay, now Steve, I am not on board with you, but I like it. I like it.
Like I said, I just go out on whims here,
Dude.
I think we all are.
I think we don't know who the dad is. Like, I don't think we've been given that information.
No,
if that makes sense. No,
and
I mean, like,
but I don't think it's a character we've seen.
Exactly. That's
Claire's
what I mean.
Yes,
that's what I mean.
Who sired children with Claire?
Yeah,
It's
I don't think.
Wes. He came back.
And then a bunch of people were saying Erica, or a bunch of people were saying, I believe it was Eric from season 2, but he was definitely gay.
Oh yeah,
Like,
he's definitely gay.
He was written as gay, and they had to rewrite it because he was going to be in Sarah Connor Chronicle. They rewrote it because he was going to be on a Fox show, and that would have been considered taboo.
That's right.
And his agency had a big thing. It was a whole thing. Read about it.
That was during that whole
could've
mess
been
of
West.
season 2.
Could have been West.
But
Gosh, our predictions are just like imploding on themselves tonight.
guys-
Steve is the only one
just-
with I think with the clearest prediction. All of us are like just.
Mine's mush.
We're all mush.
Everything is mush.
So predictions was Steve. Thank you, Steve.
yes.
you're welcome. I think we
take the cake on that one.
That definitely wraps us
I
up.
didn't say anything.
That definitely wraps us up this week. If starting with Jonathan, if you guys want to talk to you,
All right, if you want to talk to me, you could write to me, tweet me, Instagram me at Kaibacat, Kibacat. I'm looking forward to reading all your comments and really trying to figure out this episode. Very excited. It was a good one.
It was a very good one. Very happy for this episode. Shout out to everybody who's been hashtagging me. Claire ain't dead. I appreciate the support. They actually did it. I'm gonna start tagging you guys when it happens. Appreciate the support. Tag me. I mean, yeah, at me. Khaliel Abooboo, Twitter and Instagram. Khaliel Abooboo.
Hashtag Hero Wars.
Hashtag
Hero Wars.
Let's get that trending. You can follow me on Twitter at Serafini TV. Tweet at me if you're as crazy and all over the place as I am at this episode. My goodness.
you guys, as always, can tweet at me. Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm at Steve Kaufmann. That is KAUFMANN. I do 5 shows here at AfterBuzz TV. I tweet about them very regularly. And thanks for watching.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Hashtag Hero Wars.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.